This is the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 from 2019. But how good is it today? Because nowadays you can pick these up on the used market for about 250 euros with the type cover, but that also depends on the configuration and the accessories. So you have an Intel Core i3, 5 or 7 model with 4, 8 or 16 gigabytes of RAM. But when you are getting the Surface Pro 7, make sure you get one that is at least the Intel Core i5 version, because the i3 with 4 gigabytes of RAM just doesn't have great performance and it will feel too slow. The model that I have is the Intel Core i5 10th generation with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. And when we take a look at the performance, it is still pretty good. Most things work pretty smoothly on here and you can easily use this thing for internet browsing, writing Word documents or making PowerPoint presentations. And you can also do a little bit of multitasking, but the 8 gigabytes of RAM can sometimes definitely be a bit limited. And also, this device is definitely not meant for gaming or video editing or even photo editing, because the processor is just not that fast anymore. But while you might be able to do some basic photo editing on there, you don't want to do anything more advanced on it. And keep in mind that if you're doing a lot of things at the same time, I mean, it is already an older laptop, so don't expect the best performance. It's only good for basic tasks. And another thing to keep in mind is when you use it a lot, you can start to notice that the back of the Surface Pro 7 gets a little bit warm. So especially when using it in the tablet mode, it might be a little bit uncomfortable. And what is so nice about the Surface Pro is that you can just connect the type cover and then it feels like an actual laptop. And the built-in kickstand is also very useful. It can angle in a lot of positions and it stays at where you leave it. So I really like that it has a built-in kickstand. And then when you disconnect the keyboard, you have a tablet. But keep in mind, it is running full Windows. So it is not really that amazing for tablet use. Keep that in mind. The build quality of the Surface Pro 7 is great. Sadly, it is not repairable at all, so that isn't great. However, it feels very well made. It has a nice magnesium back and you have this type cover made from Alcantara, but I definitely recommend to put a screen protector on it because my screen cracked. But other than that, the build quality is nice and you have a full USB port but also a nice USB-C port, the magnetic Surface connecting cable and a headphone jack so you can plug in headphones. The keyboard of the Surface Pro 7 feels great. I really like the trackpad and the keyboard. It is a very comfortable keyboard to type on and the trackpad also works really smoothly. It also has backlighting so you can see the keys in the dark. A big downside of the Surface Pro 7 today is the battery life. I have used mine a lot, so that's probably why it doesn't work that great anymore, because I'm getting about 3 or 4 hours of usage out of my laptop. So a while ago, the Surface had a great battery life, and it really depends on if your model has been used a lot or not. But the screen of the Surface Pro 7 is really nice. It has nice, vibrant colors. It's only 60 Hz, but for me that's not an issue, because it just looks great. It has a nice, high brightness, so you can easily see it, but sometimes I wish it was maybe a little bit brighter. But it definitely has a lot better screen compared to most of the other laptops I have used. It has 2 front-facing speakers that sound pretty good, especially for a tablet, but for a laptop they are just decent. And what is also nice is that it has 2 cameras, so one on the front and one on the back, and they can be very useful for doing video calling, and they have a decent microphone as well. And you can actually log in using your face because of the Windows Hello feature. I really like this feature, so you can just look at the laptop and it unlocks immediately. So should you get the Surface Pro 7 today? Well, avoid the i3 model, but the i5 and i7 model can still be great today. It has decent performance to do most basic things like internet browsing, watching YouTube videos, making PowerPoint presentations, but don't expect the best performance. So it is not meant for gaming or video editing and only maybe a little bit of basic photo editing. And you are really paying for the 2-in-1 form factor. But what do you think of the Surface Pro 7? Let me know in the comments down below and thank you so much for watching.